Morning, children. Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, teacher.
Morning. How are you?
Fine, teacher.
Hey, did you learn this?
Good morning.
Morning. What we discussed yesterday, ma'am? In yesterday's class, what we discussed?
Function of birds.
Yes, we are discussing about the features of birds. From that, we discussed about the different kinds of feathers, and in previous class, we discussed about the different kinds of beaks. So, what type of beak a parrot is having? What type of beak a parrot is having? Parrot is having what type of beak? Curved beak. That means you are not reading. I said to read after completion of each topic. Please go through those topics and complete your worksheets. So we are discussing about the features of birds. So we discussed about the different features. First, we discussed about the different kinds of feathers. Kinds of feathers. Second feature what we discussed types of beaks. Kinds of beaks. Third feature is different kinds of feet and claws. Yes. Why different birds have different feet, different claws, and different types of beaks. So yesterday we discussed that why the different birds have different types of beaks. What is the use of the beaks we discussed. So why all the birds not having same kind of beaks means according to the food they eat, the nature of food they eat, the nature of place they live. So according to those conditions, they are having the different kinds of beaks. So some of the birds they are having the sharp, curved, hooked beak that helps to catch the animals. Some birds like sparrows, it is having sharp, pointed beak. It helps to catch the grains. So pick the grains. It helps to pick the grains. Like that, the parrot is having curved and sharp beak. So with that, it cracks the grains, nuts, and it will eat the seeds. So like that, based on the type of food what the bird is eating, so they are having different kinds of beaks. So here, like that, the birds having the different kinds of feet and claws. So why they are having different kinds of feet and claws? Same how they help means they help these claws and feet, they help the birds. So they are different according to the where they live and the type of food what they eat and to walk. So where at what places the birds are living. So the birds where they are living and what type of food they are eating and is there any need to walk or swim according to where the birds are living. So most of the time, so based on that they are having different types of claws. So these how the feet and claws help the birds means to walk, to eat the food and to live. How the what is the use of these feet and claws of birds means it helps in walking and it helps in catching food and also it helps in living. Living means what? Some birds they catch the branches of the tree and they stay there. Whole night they stay on that time they live there. Most of the time they live on the tree branches. So how the feet and claws help the birds means to walk, and how they help to walk, to live, and third one to catch food, to catch or eat food. So by in these three ways, the claws and feet are helpful for the birds to walk, to live, to catch or eat the food. So different types of birds having different types of feet. So I will present a screen for you. By seeing you can understand very well how the class are there for different types of birds. So for example, woodpecker. Woodpecker is having the curved claws. So it is having two toes in front and two toes at the back. Two toes in front, two at the back. That too, they are curved. They are very curved. So how they help the curved claws? How they help the woodpecker means to climb and tightly hold the branches. To climb and hold the branches, the woodpecker it is having the curved claws. So curved claws. Which bird is having woodpecker? So curved claws woodpecker is having how it can means hold the branches, to climb and hold the branches. To climb and hold the branches. The first picture what you are observing. So what it is, what type of claws they are having? Very curved like this. The curved claws it is having. So with that the woodpecker means the birds which are living on the trees. They are having curved claws. So with that they tightly hold the branches. And what type of beak the woodpecker is having? What we discussed yesterday. So it is eating worms from the tree trunks. By piercing into the tree trunk, so it will catches the worms from the tree trunk and it will eat. So chisel shaped beak, very sharp, pointed, chisel shaped beak the woodpecker is having. And what type of claws the woodpecker is having? Long, curved claws it is having with that two toes are in front, two toes at back and a long curved feet. So claws, the claws help the why it is curved means it helps the woodpecker to climb and catch the, to climb and hold the branches, tightly hold the branches. Like that the beak and the claws feet help the woodpecker. Next comes to the duck. If you observe the second picture, the toes of duck are webbed together. Webbed means linked. They have linked one toe to another toe. We can clearly see the three toes in front and one toe at the back. The back toe is not having link with the front toes. So these three front toes are linked together. They are having link to one another. So because of that reason we call them as webbed together. So it is having webbed feet. So why that duck is having webbed feet? What is the use of this webbed feet? Means the birds which are living in water. Birds which are living in water, they are having the webbed feet. So what is the use of webbed feet? The birds which are living in water, they swim in water and the webbed feet help the duck to push back the water. That webbed feet help the duck to push back the water. So webbed feet, which birds is having webbed feet? Webbed feet, which birds having? The birds which are living in water. Webbed feet. So the birds which are living in water like duck, they are having the webbed feet. So with that, it helps to, what is the use of this webbed feet? It helps to swim and push back the water. Swim and push back the water. So what are the uses of this webbed feet? Means it helps in swimming, and the birds which are living in water, the webbed feet help the birds in swimming and also in push back the water. By pushing back the water, the birds will swim in the water. So according to the nature, the bird where they are living, the water birds, the birds which are living in water, they are having webbed feet. Penguins also, they are living in near the seas, in the seas, and they walk on the snow, and by the same time they swim in the seas. So the penguins also having same type of webbed type of feet. So next comes to the ducks is having 4 toes. One is at the back, the small toe, and 3 toes are having connection with one another. So that is called web. So if they are having 3 toes having connection, whatever it may be 3 or 4 or 5. If their connection is there one to another, so that is called web. So they are having webbed feet. Which type of bird having webbed feet means the birds which live in water. The birds which live in water having webbed feet. It helps in swimming and it push back the water. That is the use of the webbed feet for the birds, those who are living in water. Is it clear for you, children? What is the use of webbed feet? Is it clear for you, ma? Children, please respond. Respond, ma. Is it clear for you why about the webbed feet? No one is responding. Third, children, is it clear for you? What is the second picture? We are discussing about the second picture. The feet or the class are webbed in structure, means having connection with one another.
Duck.
Yes, duck. How the webbed feet helps the duck? It helps in swimming and it push back the water. So the birds which are living in water, they are having the webbed feet, like the penguins and ducks, they are having the webbed feet. The webbed feet help the birds to swim in the water by pushing back the water. Is it clear for you? Children?
What, teacher?
Okay, shall I go to next picture?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. The next picture, if you see that, if you observe the picture, it is having strong claws. It is having strong toes with curved pointed claws. Strong toes with pointed, sharp pointed claws, sharp claws. So by seeing those claws, the nature of claws, we can say that what type of food the bird eats. So it is having strong toes, 4 toes, it is having strong 4 toes and sharp. It is having sharp claws. So with that sharp claws, it catches its prey. With the sharp claws and somewhat curved, sharp and curved claws. So with that it catches its prey. Prey is nothing but what it eats. It catches the animal. Animal is its prey. So the vultures and the eagles. So eagles and vultures what they eat? Eagles what they eat? They catch the small animals and they eat. So it is having the four toes with the sharp and strong claws. Sharp and strong claws, very sharp and pointed. Very sharp, pointed, curved claws it is having. So with that it catches the animal. So with the help of its claws, the vultures and the eagles. Eagles also have the same type of claws. So with this they catch the animal and take to the higher places, and there it will take the flesh of the animal with the help of beak and claws, and it will eat. So by seeing the nature of claws, we can say that what type of food the bird eats. So when compared to the second duck and the woodpecker and the vulture, so it is having very curved and strong, sharp claws. So these are helpful for the birds to catch the animals. So vultures and eagles, the birds which eat their food by catching and hunting the animals, by catching the animals. So those birds having the strong claws with the strong and curved pointed claws. And here the examples are vultures and eagles. Next comes to sparrow. So sparrow is having the four toes, three in front and a smaller one at the back, and that too they are very small and somewhat curved. So it helps the sparrow. These toes and the claws help the sparrow to tightly hold the branches. Sparrows living on the tree branches. So these claws help the sparrow to tightly hold the branches. Next comes to the crane. When compared to all these, the crane is having somewhat different feet or the different class. So where it is having very long legs and a spreaded toes. How many toes the crane is having? Four toes. The crane is also having four toes, that too they are very spreaded. So why such type of class the crane is having? Where the crane lives? It lives near water bodies. The crane lives near the water bodies. So to walk in muddy water, to what type of food the crane eats? The crane eats the fishes. The crane eats fishes, and where it lives? It lives near the water bodies. So to walk in water bodies, muddy water, near the water bodies, what type of place we can see? Muddy water. We are having the muddy water. So the long legs with the spreaded claws help the crane to walk in muddy water and to catch the fish. What type of beak the crane is having? What we discussed yesterday? What type of beak the crane is having? It is having long, sharp, and somewhat curved at the edge. Somewhat curved at the edge. So such type of the crane walk in muddy water and it catches the fish. So because of that, according to the living place, the crane is living in the near the water bodies. Near the water bodies, the place is very muddy, contains muddy water. So it walks in muddy water and catches the fish. So according to that, the feet are there. So the spreaded feet having long legs and spreaded feet. So like this, different types of birds having different kinds of feet and claws. So how they help means they help in the Children, please respond. The birds and vultures, what they eat?
What is birds?
Birds and the vulture and eagle. Eagles and vultures.
Cat, the other animals eat.
Very good.
Small animals. Cat.
Very good. So they catch the small animals and they eat. So they are eating. That means they need to tear the flesh. They need to catch the animal and they need to tear the flesh. So because of that reason, it is having strong hooked beak. And when it comes to the claws, feet, so it is having strong curved claws. So both these are helpful for the catching and eating the fish. So by seeing the nature of the claws, by seeing the nature of the beak, we can say that what type of food the bird can eat. What type of bird? What type of food the bird can eat? So here the claws are very sharp and curved. The beak is very strong and hooked beak. So with that, by this class, it captures the prey. Its prey, that means it catches the small animal and it catch in its beak and it will take to higher places. There it will taste the animal flesh and it eats. Next, some birds like that we discussed about the water, the birds which are living in the water. So it is having webbed feet. The feet is webbed with that it can easily swim in the water. The web of the bird it will push back the water and it helps the bird to swim and live in the water. So and it is having what type of beak it is having? The children that is having what type of beak? What type of beak does duck is having? What we discussed yesterday?
What?
That. What type of beak does a duck having? Flat and broad. Flat and broad. What type of beak duck is having?
చెప్తా
which are the birds which are living near the water bodies. The birds which live near the water bodies that having long legs with spreaded feet. Example is shown the crane.
చెప్తా
The crane is
టీచర్ మీరు స్పీడ్ చెప్తే వల్ల మాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు
speed అవుతుందా? Okay. I can slow down. Okay, I will say slowly. So, what type of, so which bird is having long legs with spreaded feet? Which birds having, give one name of the bird which is having long legs with spreaded feet.
టీచర్
Yes.
the woodpecker has big leg
Yes, Abhira. Please respond, Abhira.
woodpecker has
Which bird have long legs? Very long legs. Which bird?
long legs అని
What we discussed in the
train
crane. Very good. So the birds, not only the crane, the birds which live near the water bodies. So they are having long legs. Those eat the fishes and live near the water bodies. So to walk in the muddy water near the water bodies, the water is very muddy. So burda, muddy is nothing but burda. So to walk in that muddy water, they are having spreaded feet. The crane is, we shown the picture how the crane is having the spreaded feet. So the birds which live near the water bodies, they are having the long legs and the spreaded feet. So like they say, different kinds of birds having different kinds of feet, claws and different kinds of beaks and different kinds of feathers. So how they helpful the birds means all these they based on the type of food they eat, based on the nature where the place where they live. So all these different why the beak is different from one bird to another bird. Why the claws or feet are different from one bird to another bird means it is based on the type of food they eat. Why the difference means it is based on the nature of food, type of food they eat. Sparrows eat the grains. They pick the grain and they eat. So they need the short, big, small, short, big is enough. Grains are very small. So their sparrows, the birds which eat the grains, they pick the grains and eat means the small, short, big is enough. So the cranes eating fishes means it has to catch from the down water. So it requires the long beak. When it comes to the hummingbird, what we discussed about the hummingbird, what food the hummingbird will eat? In previous class, yesterday's class, we discussed about the hummingbird. So what it eats hummingbird? What the hummingbird eats and live? What type of food the hummingbird eat?
worms
Hummingbird eats what type of food?
type
It is having a special type of beak. We said how we are using the straws to drink, to take the liquids, to drink the liquids, and that type of beak the hummingbird is having. I said yesterday. So what type of beak the hummingbird is having? It is having straw-like beak. Straw. We are used to drink the coconut water and the cool drinks. So Like that, the woodpecker, sorry, the hummingbird is
Eagle.
hummingbird is having straw like beak. What for what purpose the
Eagle.
hummingbird is having straw like beak? What
Eagle teacher.
what ma?
Eagle.
Eagle not. Eagle is having hooked beak. To catch the animals, eagle is having hooked beak, hook type beak.
Brain.
So the bird, hummingbird is having long, very long, sharp, pointed, straw-like beak.
Hunting bird ఏంటండి
Use of
hunting bird.
straw-like beak for hummingbird.
Hunting bird. Bird.
What the hummingbird eat? Is the sweet juice which is present in the flowers.
Teacher. The hummingbird is
Is
eating flowers and
is
take honey.
honey. That is not honey, nectar. We call it as nectar.
Long beak.
Sucks the nectar from the flowers. The sweet juice which is present in the flowers, so it has to suck those nectar. That means inside the flower the juice is present. So to suck that juice, it needs a long beak. So according to the nature of the food the birds eat, so the juice is present at the bottom of the flower. So that it has to suck that nectar from the deep inside the flower. So because of that reason, it is having straw-like beak, very long, pointed, straw-like beak. So with that, the hummingbird can suck the nectar from the flowers. So like that, based on the nature of the food the birds eat and the place where they live. So and also kingfisher. We discussed about the kingfisher yesterday. So what is the difference between the duck beak and kingfisher beak? We discussed it yesterday. So what type of beak the kingfisher is having? The beak is like toothpick. The kingfisher is having the beak like a toothpick. So very sharp, very pointed at the tip. It is like a toothpick. So the kingfisher also eat the fish and the duck also eat the fish. So why the difference between the beak of duck and the kingfisher? Duck is living in water, immediately it catches the time to time it catches the fish, it holds and it eats. So kingfisher it is not living in water. It somewhere else it flies and it comes and immediately it pisces into the fish and it will catches the fish. Piscing is nothing but porodam. So it comes and whenever it finds the fish, it pisces with the sharp beak and it will pick up the fish and it will eat. So like that, based on the nature where the living place, where the living also, there is difference in the feet, claws and beak and also the feathers. So like that, different birds having the different feathers and the different type of beaks and the different types of claws. So what is the use of these? How they are helpful for the birds? The beak or the feet claws, how they helpful for the birds means to walk, to live and to eat the food, to catch or eat the food. Did you got it? What is the use of these feet, claws, beak, all these? Children, please respond. What is the use of feet or claws for the beaks? How they helpful for the birds?
Class interest వినాలి.
How the claws and feet are helpful for the birds? వాటికి ఎలా ఉపయోగపడతాయి ఇవి? How they will be helpful? Why they are having different kinds of claws?
Class.
Yes, why they are having different kinds of feet or claws? How they will helpful? వాటికి అవి ఆ claws కానీ beak కానీ feet కానీ బర్డ్స్ కి అవి ఎలా ఉపయోగపడతాయి, వాటి యొక్క ఉపయోగం ఏంటి? హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ they help walking and live and also eat the food. Okay, to walk. The feet and claws are helpful for walking and also to live. How they help in living means some of the birds they living on the branches of the trees by tightly catching, by tightly holding the tree branches. They most of the time they spend on the branches. So the to tightly hold the tree branches, the claws and feet are helpful for the birds. And also like the eagle and vulture, so they catch the prey with the help of their claws and feet for the catching of food. Also the claws and feet are helpful for the birds. Like that, to live, to walk, and the long leg with spreaded feet of prey helpful to walk in muddy areas. బురదలో నడవడానికి వాటికి అనుకూలంగా ఉంటాయి. So like that, the according to the nature where they live, there are different uses of the claws and feet. So there, so these about your the third feature also we completed. First feature is feathers, second is types of beak, third is kind of feet and claws. So immediately complete your worksheet. After this class, immediately open your workbooks and complete the worksheet regarding that topic, different kinds of feet and claws, and we will meet on Monday. Meanwhile, read well. Open your textbooks and read well, and try to do the worksheets which are with you. Okay, beta? Until then, take care.